Hey, what's up guys, it's DarkArmedDuelist, and today I'm going to be doing an updated version of my Ghostricks. Now this has been something that I haven't done in a long time. I mean a long time. So I've been playing around with this deck a lot recently because it's kind of like a stall deck, and I really like the Skeleton Mill build, and I kind of made a Skeleton Mill build. So anyways guys, let's get straight on this. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell down so you can become a part of the notification squad, and let's get straight on into it. So for this build, I actually kind of based it around summoning Skeleton and milling out my opponent. And I thought about throwing something in here as I was kind of putting the deck together. And I was like, I wonder if Trickstar Reincarnation at 3 would work in a Skeleton Mill build. I didn't do it this time, but I'm just thinking. So comment down below and tell me what you think about that. So it was just something as I was like organizing the deck and getting the mat down and putting the camera. I was like, I wonder if that would work. So just a thought. So anyways, we're playing 3 copies of Ghostrick Skeleton. Basically its effect is that once per turn, all Ghostricks have the effect of they cannot be normal summoned or set unless you control a Ghostrick monster. And then once per turn you can change this card to face down defense position. And then when this card is flip face up, they all do that. Now from now on I'm just going to list what they do besides that instead of giving you individual effects. So basically Skeleton, for each face up Ghostrick monster that you control, he makes your opponent banish a card off the top of their deck. So it's a really interesting archetype that we have here because they're all about flipping face up and flipping back face down to activate their effect one time and then flipping back face down. So like retrain Maneater Bug, essentially. So you flip it face up, mill 5 cards off the top of your opponent's deck if you have 5 Ghostricks. If you only have him, you only mill 1. That's pretty much it. Or if you have 6, because you can have your extra monsters on now. So then we play 3 copies of Ghostrick Jiangshi. This card basically, when it's flip face up, you can add a Ghostrick monster from your deck to your hand that has a level equal to the number of face up Ghostrick monsters you control. So if I control 3 Ghostrick monsters, including itself, I get to add a level 3 Ghostrick monster from my deck to my hand. If I only control 1, I get to add a level 1. So that's pretty much how it works. That's it for the level 3s. Cool thing about this deck is all the level 3s are zombie type. All the level 2s are spellcasters, and all the level 1s are fiends, which is pretty cool. So then we play 1 copy of Ghostrick Nico Mizumi, which is basically Ghostrick Cat Girl. She's just too cute not to play, but she actually establishes a soft lock if you can get her on the field. I just play her as a 1-of, just to kind of like establish that sometimes. When a level 4 or higher monster is normal or special summoned, change that monster to face down defense position. But there must be a face up Ghostrick, another face up Ghostrick monster on the field to activate and resolve that effect. So if you have 2 face up Ghostrick monsters and you leave them face up on your opponent's turn, basically it makes it so they can't summon. Like they summon to level 4 or lower and it just instantly gets flip face down, and they can't use it for link material. The only thing you can use it for is fusion material, and that's it. So it really can kind of disrupt your opponent. It's kind of like Skeleton Mill stall. Like if I can't mill you out, I'm going to make you like do other stuff. Side note, he makes you banish him face down. So you can't even like touch them. It's like Pot of Desires almost. So that's pretty cool. So then I play 3 copies of Ghostrick Doll. It's my last level 2 that I play. Ghostrick Doll's effect is probably one of the best. You get, when this card is, let's see, once per turn you can change this card in face down defense position, and when this card is flip face up, during the end phase, change as many face up monsters on the field as possible to face down defense. Then you can special summon 1 Ghostrick monster from your deck in face down defense position whose level is less than or equal to the number of monsters this effect flip face down. So it's a really, really good effect, and I use it sometimes to summon out, like Skeleton just to get it on field so I can like search. But this card is kind of like the searcher of the deck, and it's really probably the best one besides Skeleton. So for the level 1s, we play 3 copies of Lantern. Lantern basically is the battle trap of the deck. Once per turn, when an opponent's monster declares a direct attack, or when a Ghostrick monster you control is targeted for an attack, you can negate the attack, and if you do, special summon this card from your hand in face down defense position. So you just reveal it and then make your opponent flips it face down. So like it flips your monster face down. So we play 1 Jack Frost. I only play 1 Jack Frost because I just don't feel like it's needed as much as Lantern. Basically when your opponent monster declares a direct attack, not on your Ghostrick monsters, you can change that opponent's monster to face down defense, and then if you do, special summon this card from your hand and face down defense. I consider bumping him up from like 1 to like 2, but I just couldn't find the room. So I play 1 copy of Spectre on top of that. Spectre's effect is really interesting. If a Ghostrick monster you control is destroyed by an opponent's card effect or by battle, you can special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, draw a card. But you special summon him face down defense. Then I play 3 copies of Ghostrick to Mary. Ghostrick Mary is really, really good in this deck. She kind of lets you search if one of your Ghostricks get destroyed. When you take damage, you get to discard this card and then special summon a Ghostrick monster from your deck in face down defense position. So like, let's say I have like Lantern or Skeleton left face up on the field, or somehow I get Nika Mizumi on the field and I take damage from something, I can discard her and then special summon any of my Ghostrick monsters, which is really cool. And so for the last 3 cards, it's not a Ghostrick. And I'm going to do my old game of, I'm going to put it face down, and I'm going to give you guys 3 seconds to guess what it is. So in 3 seconds, I'm going to flip it face up, and we're going to see what it is. So it's a really cool tech that I've established to kind of stall my opponent out. So comment down below what you think it is. It's pretty, you might overthink it. Don't overthink it. So anyways, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So it is 3 copies of Vanity's Fiend. So, you know, guys, if you've seen any of my videos where I do face reveals and stuff like that, I have long hair. So he is team long hair don't care. And he makes it where your opponent cannot special summon monsters. And neither player can special summon monsters. And I don't really care. So I'm just going to normal summon him, have Skeleton face down, keep flip-flopping Skeleton, and have him on the field and stall my opponent out and make them so frustrated that they just want to quit. So this is the one deck that Savannah will not duel against. She will not ever duel against Ghostrick. I scarred her with this deck. So that's it for the monsters, guys. Let's get into the spells. Like, I'm serious. Like, she's gonna comment down below on this video and be like, I hate them. I absolutely hate Ghostricks. I guarantee you. If she does, it's gonna be the pinned comment, and you guys are gonna see it. So look for that. So, for these spells, we're going to play 2 copies of Terraforming to search out our field spells and stuff like that we need in the deck. The field spells are really important in this deck, so we really need to get to them as quickly as possible. And Terraforming's at 2 when I'm taking this video. So if it goes down to 1 on the ban list, just take it one out and put something else in. It's not a big deal. So then I play 2 copies of Swords of Concealing Light. This used to be a 3 of, but with Link Summoning now, you only really want to play 2 because you want to see it sometimes, but you don't want to see it all the time. Because your opponent extra links you, it's kind of dead. Like, you can't use it anymore. So we only played it 2. I play 3 copies of Ghostrick Mansion as my last 3 spell cards. I don't play Ghostrick Parade because this is more of a skeleton mill build, and I don't want to search that much, and I don't want to take that much damage. So I only play these 3 spells. Basically, what Mansion does is its monsters cannot attack face down defense position monsters, but they can attack directly if all monsters are face down. And then all effect damage and battle damage inflicted by monsters other than Ghostrick monsters is halved. Really important effect. I take half damage for all direct damage that I get. So unless my opponent can put 16,000 on board, I'm not going to get OTK'd. So in a turn. So that's it for the spells, guys. I know, very small spell count. I don't even play Monster Reborn in this deck because I don't need it. I just don't need it in this deck. I don't revive that much. The traps is really where this deck excels. So we're going to play 1 copy of Ghostrick Break. Break is basically when exactly 1 Ghostrick monster you control and no other cards is destroyed by battle or by card effect and sent to your graveyard. You get to target 2 Ghostricks in your grave and with different names and special summon them in face down defense. So like, it helps me by putting more Ghostricks on board. Like, that's the big thing. Then I play 2 copies of Vanish, Ghostrick Vanish. You get to reveal a Ghostrick monster in your hand. In this turn, Ghostrick cards you control and face down defense position cards you control cannot be targeted or destroyed by card effects. You can actually chain this, like if Ghostrick Knight's going to get destroyed by a spell or trap, you can chain this, and since it says Ghostrick card, it protects it from like Twin Twisters and stuff like that, which is cool. So then I play 3 copies of Ghostrick Scare. This is the best trap in the deck. You get to target any number of face down defense position cards you control, change them to face up defense position, count the number of them, and then flip cards on your opponent's side of the field that are monsters into face down defense position, minimum 1, up to the number of cards you flip face up. So like, it flips all mine face up and flips all yours face down, which is really, really cool and really, really annoying. Because if I know you're about to go off on an effect, I'm going to flip Scare, flip them all face down, disrupt your entire field, and then you're going to look at me like, I hate you. So, for the other cards that we play, I play 2 copies of Storming Mirror Force and 2 copies of Drowning Mirror Force. The reason I play these in particular is because they really help me out quite a lot, because I'm going to take direct damage a lot. And when you attack me directly while I have Mansion on field, I need Drowning Mirror Force, because it counts as a direct attack. And I'm going to shuffle all your monsters away, and I'm going to get rid of all of them. So, Storming Mirror Force, on the other hand, if you attack one of my face-up Ghostricks or my Vanity's Fiend, I have that to protect my monsters. So I play 2 and 2 to protect me. And then for the final 2, I play 2 copies of Ghostrick Knight. Ghostrick Knight basically says when a Ghostrick monster is on the field, your opponent cannot cannot flip summon monsters. Period. So all face-down monsters cannot be flipped back up, which is great. And then when this card is in your possession, is destroyed by an opponent's card effect and sent to the grave, your opponent cannot declare attack for the rest of the turn, which is great. So if they pop it on their main phase 1 and they don't realize what it does, then it basically battle faders them for turn, or Swift Scarecrows them for turn, which is really good. So that's it for the main deck, guys. Let's get into the extra deck. Extra deck is very, 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 very simple. It's very simple. So for the extra deck, we're going to be playing 3 copies of Ghostrick, Angel of Mischief. Basically, what her effect states is she's a win condition. She can literally win you the duel with her effect. You can also XYZ summon this card on top of a Ghostrick card. So, like, if I summon out, like, Dolahan or Alucard, I can special summon her onto the field on top of them by just ranking up on top of them, which is really cool. But her effect is that you can detach a material, and then if you do, you get to add a Ghostrick spell or trap from your deck to your hand, and then once per turn, you can attach 1 Ghostrick card from your hand to this card's XYZ material. If she gets 10 materials, you automatically win the duel, which I do try and do quite a lot in this deck, and you'll see why in a minute. So then I play 2 copies of Ghostrick Alucard. I go into this sometimes. I don't go into this as often as Dullahan, but I summon it sometimes, so that's why I just play it too. Your opponent cannot target other Ghostrick cards or any face down card you control for attacks, and then you can detach a material from this card, then target 1 set card your opponent controls and destroy it. You can only use this effect once per turn, and if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target another Ghostrick card in your grave and add it to your hand. Really good. I might bump him up to 3, but since I only play Skeleton and Jiangshi, I don't summon him all that often because I want to keep my Jiangshi and Skeleton on board, so I don't summon him. So then I play 1 copy of So Cute Boss. When another Ghostrick card monster you control is targeted with for an attack, once per turn you can detach material from this card, then target 1 face-up monster on the field with attack less than or equal to the combined attack of all Ghostrick cards you control and destroy it, and if you do, that monster zone cannot be used. So it can lock your opponent down from their extra monster zone, and people underrate this card, and I summon it quite often just to lock my opponent out of their extra zone, so I can lock it out by destroying a card on their field, and they don't realize that until after they've done it. So then I play 3 Dullahan. Basically, any monster battles, it halves it, and then for every Ghostrick monster you control, it gains 200. So like you can detach material, target a card, half its attack, and that's really, really good. And then if this card is into the graveyard, you can target 1 other Ghostrick card in your graveyard and add to your hand. So it's really good. All the Ghostrick monsters have that effect except Angel of Mischief, because like she's the win-all card. Then I play a Break Sword just in case I need to pop something. And then I play 75 Bamboozling Gossip Spirit. The reason I play, or Gossiping Shadow, the reason I play this is to put more materials under Angel of Mischief, which is pretty easy because it's just really good. Like, it's really good to put materials under her to get that win effect. And then Boral Sword Dragon, just in case I need to OTK, if I can, I make him, and I just use him. Like, it surprises my opponent if I have 4 Ghostricks on board, and I link them all the way, summon him, and then just swing and do what I need to do. You can play Boral Load if you want to in this position, or whatever you want to play as a link for. 2 Wee Witch's Apprentice, because everything's dark. Like, literally everything's dark. So we might as well boost up our Ghostricks to attack our opponent and make more material. You have to summon her first in order to do 75 and Angel Mischief combo. So, I mean, why not? And then I play a Link Revo because we play so many level 1s in the deck, and it makes it easier to stop my opponent from attacking me, because it prevents one good attack. So anyways, guys, that's it for the deck profile. I hope you really enjoyed that one. I really enjoyed putting this one together. It's been a long time since I played them. It's a very troll-based deck. Like, it's just very troll. Like, you want to mill your opponent out. Like, that's the main thing that this deck does. Banishing all their cards. If they Pot of Desires you and you activate this, they're already down, like, 5 from their draw, then, or 6 from their opening hand, and then you mill them 10 with Desires, and then they draw 2, so they're down 12, plus that'd be 18. So then they're already out 18 cards, so you just have to, like, do stuff with this, and, like, you win. Like, it's really easy to win with Ghostrick Mill, because they mill so, or they draw so much on their own. So anyways, guys, this is DarkArmedDuelist. I hope you like this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell down there so you can become a part of the notification squad, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See you around, guys.